Hi Cancer, welcome to your love reading for May 2018. This is Elizabeth from channeledguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the deck. Let's go ahead and begin. This is going to be for confirmation, but first let's get you 9 cards from this deck. This is a love reading for the sign of Cancer for May 2018. The first card you have, Cancer, is the World. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for May. Judgment. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for May. The Devil. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for May. The Three of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for May. Queen of Pentacles. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for May. The Magician. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for May. Five of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for May. You've got the King of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Cancer for May. Seven of Cups. Okay, what's the most important message that Cancer needs to hear for May 2018? You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is unexpected new beginnings in your love life, unexpected blessings, unexpected love. We'll come back to this to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Okay, so let's focus on the first 3 cards. So you have the World, Judgment, and the Devil. So it's interesting that the first 3 cards that I pulled for you, Cancer, they are all major arcana. So there is something significant happening in your love life in May. So this is also significant right here, the World and Judgment. You've got an ending and a new beginning. And for some of you, it can be that you're choosing to move on from a toxic relationship. Just kind of jumping over here, you've got the Devil. This always represents something unhealthy in a relationship. You know, whether it is cheating, whether it is abuse in some way, whether it's verbal, emotional, physical, something unhealthy, jealousy. There's an energy of an ending and a new beginning. With the World, this is something that just played itself out. This is an ending, but it is a sense of victory. Like you've successfully completed a phase in a relationship. And you're free to move on now to the next adventure. And that pops up immediately right here. You've got the Judgment card, which is, this is a second chance. So if you feel like, there was unhappiness, or there was something toxic in a relationship or in a marriage, and you felt like, there was nothing you could do but move on with the World. There was nothing you could do but to choose to open a new door. Judgment is telling you that there will be a new beginning for you. There will be a second chance for you to be happy. This is the Phoenix rising from the ashes. So for some of you, it could be that, you're leaving an unhealthy relationship, a toxic relationship. But for others, it could be that, this energy here, this could just be something that was straining your relationship or your marriage. It could be a lot of arguments. It could be unhealthy, a lot of pessimism, either you or your partner, negative behavior patterns. And it could be that that is coming to an end with the World being here. You're moving on to, the next cycle of in your relationship. If you feel like, moving on or leaving your partner is definitely not you, it could be that this toxic energy, whatever it is, use your intuition about what it means for you. Whatever this challenge is, you can move away from it with the World. You can put an end to this negative energy, and you can start over with Judgment. This is, a second chance for you and your partner, a second chance to be happy, a second chance to find love. Remember, the main energy was the Ace of Pentacles, unexpected blessings, unexpected new beginnings, unexpected love. Now, in the second row here, you've got the Three of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Magician. So you've got a person here. This is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This can even be your energy if you've got a moon or a rising sign in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Now here, you've got painful energy. You've got the Three of Swords, which does represent a marriage, a divorce, or a breakup, or, being really hurt over something that's happening in a relationship. Hurting, maybe because you're separated from someone that you love. Possibly someone who is an earth sign. Maybe this person, you know, where there was a lot of unhealthy energy from the devil. You've got the Magician telling you this is actually all in your hands. The Magician is telling you you have everything that it takes to either fix this relationship, to help this person change, or maybe if it's you, maybe you go back and forth and maybe you've created, you know, a negative situation, a relationship. You have the power to change whatever it is that's happening in your love life right now that's hurting you. Whatever it is that's causing you pain and anguish. The Magician is saying you hold all the cards. If you don't like what's happening in your love life right now, you can change that. This is all about you being powerful. It's not something that's completely out of your hands. Everything's actually in your hands. So I feel like, you know, there's something where you are hurting, or, you know, or a relationship could be moving towards either a breakup or a divorce. You have more power than you think. And again, you know, it could be that, you know, there's painful energy here, and this painful energy could have something to do with this. Something negative, something unhealthy in a relationship, something that does not belong there. But of course, that devil energy is right next to the world and judgment. There can still be a second chance. That relationship that seemed doomed with Judgment card, that's a relationship rising from the ashes, where you can begin a new cycle. This can still turn out to be a victory for you. Again, it's all in your hands with the Magician. Now, down here, you do have some challenging energy. You've got the Five of Wands here, which can represent, you know, a lot of pettiness. The Five of Wands can mean that there's a lot of bickering, a lot of fighting, just kind of, you know, misunderstandings, just not getting along. And you've got, you know, a lot of confusion over here. You've got the Seven of Cups, which is really confusing energy, being really emotional and really lost. So it could be that, you know, maybe you're not getting along with your partner. I mean, there's definitely something going on here with the Devil being here, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Wands. The fives all represent a challenge. And this one means that evils are clashing. You want different things. You're very different people. And this is very confusing to you. And at the same time, this is very emotional to you. And Cancer, as it is, Cancer is a very emotional sign. You're ruled by the moon. So it could be that, you know, all the arguments and the fighting, it's really getting to you. And maybe that's why you have the Three of Swords, for those of you where you're not breaking up or divorcing. There could still be a lot of conflict that is really hurtful to you. You do have an air sign energy here. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So this could be your romantic partner, male or female. Or it can even be you if you have a moon or rising sign in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So I just, you know, there is very emotional energy and feeling really lost. And then, you know, some type of conflict. People are just, you know, you're just not getting along. So I feel like this whole reading, I'm going to get more cards for you, but I feel like something's really challenging Cancer in the month of May. I feel like there is some type of destructive behavior here with the Devil. It could be coming from you. It could be coming from your partner. But I feel like, you know, it's hurting the relationship with the Three of Swords. It's creating a lot of conflict. It could be creating a lot of arguments. And it's leaving you feeling really emotional and really confused. Like, what do I do about, you know, what's going on here? What do I do? Remember that you do have very positive energy at the beginning of the reading. You can get through this cycle. You can close the door to this chapter in your life where you're not getting along. Your relationship, you know, you can have a second chance with this person. But the Magician is telling you, you're holding all the cards. You have the power to change what's going on in your love life right now. Some of you may have to stand up to your partner. Let's get more cards to see what the rest of the message is. What other message is there for the sign of Cancer for May 2018? Ace of Cups. What other messages are there for the sign of Cancer for May? The Moon. What other messages are there for the sign of Cancer for May? The Hangman. Okay, so these three cards. So you've got, you know, a new beginning here, or a new relationship. And it could be, you know, I feel like it it feels like, you know, an opportunity for you, but I feel like for some of you, you're confused. You've got the moon here. You've not only got the moon, you've got the Seven of Cups, which are similar energy. So I feel like right now, you know, your love life is really complicated and it's really confusing. And you could be feeling really emotional to where you're not seeing things clearly. With the Seven of Swords, you're not seeing things clearly because you're so lost and emotional. And the moon always means that you're only seeing half the story. There is some type of new beginning available to you, but right now some of you are stuck. You've got the Hangman. You're in limbo and your love life is not moving forward. For some of you, I mean, the main energy was the Ace of Pentacles. Unexpected new beginnings. For some of you, there can be someone else that comes into the picture. It just seems like there's challenging energy in this reading with the Devil, the Three of Swords, the Five of Wands. I mean, the moon can even represent deceit. I don't really see other energies that support that, although it can be, you know, what's causing maybe someone moving towards a breakup or a divorce. This card can represent competition. If you feel like, you know, you don't trust your partner, you feel like something's going on, this can be deceit. But I still see new beginnings. This could be something maybe that you decide you can work through. New beginning here, new beginning here, unexpected new beginnings. And of course the World is an ending, new beginning, and Judgment is a new beginning as well. So I feel like, you know, for some of you, hard to say in a general reading, there's conflicting energy here. There's challenges, and for some of you, you're able to get past these. I mean, you have Judgment. You can still have a second chance to be happy. And for others, you may feel like this is too much. You're choosing to take control with the Magician, and you're deciding to rewrite your love story. Let's get some more cards from the confirmation deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Cancer for May 2018? You've got the Ten of Swords. What other messages are there for the sign of Cancer for May? Nine of Swords. What other messages are there for the sign of Cancer for May? Two of Pentacles. What's the most important message that Cancer needs to hear from this deck for May 2018? The Knight of Cups. So change is coming in your love life, Cancer. The Knight of Cups represents positive movement, positive change in your love life. This can even be possibly another water sign, but this also means, you know, romance, a proposal of some kind, someone trying to romance you. Someone may be moving you away from all these challenges. This can even be your current partner changing. This is just someone, this is positive movement, someone trying to romance you. And this could be what this is about, an unexpected change in your relationship, unexpected blessings and happiness. So let's look at these three cards. So it's interesting that I pulled the 9 and 10 of Swords for you here. So the 10 of Swords does represent, you know, someone feeling really hurt and someone feeling really betrayed, and you feel like you've hit rock bottom. Which is interesting because, I mean, you do have challenging energy in this reading. You've got the Three of Swords right here. I feel like something is happening where Cancer feels, you know, really hurt and betrayed. I mean, the Devil, the Three of Swords, the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is usually a message of you've been down long enough, time to move on. The key word for this card is move on. Pick yourself up and walk away. Because there's a lot of anxiety here. You've got the 9 of Swords. You're fearing the worst. You're living on pins and needles, and you're terrified of something that you feel is going to happen. But the message is that you've already been through the worst. It's time for Cancer to move on in some way. This is, you know, a choice you've got to make. You've got the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is all about choosing. I feel like, you know, you've got choices. It could be choosing between two things, two people, two outcomes. You've also got the Seven of Cups, which also has to do with choosing. So it could be that, you know, you may choose, you know, an earth sign here, because you've got an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. You may have an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It could be that you're torn. For some of you, that may be what is, you know, that's what this is about, the Three of Swords and the Devil and the 9 of Swords, even the 10 of Swords. But I mean, this energy also means that you kind of feel all over the place. There's no stability with the Two of Pentacles. You're You feel kind of pulled in so many different directions. So for some of you, you may have other choices. So you may feel maybe like, you know, your relationship, it doesn't have the kind of stability that you want. But remember, even if that's what you're dealing with and, you know, you feel like moving on is not an option for you, if you've got a relationship where everything just kind of feels really unstable and really unhealthy, just remember that there are a lot of new beginnings in this reading. Like I said, there's the World, the Judgment card, the Ace of Cups. You've also got the Ace of Pentacles. There are a lot of new beginnings here. But there's also, you know, kind of, you know, an eye-opening message here of somebody feeling really hurt and really betrayed. And, you know, a lot of confusion. The Moon and the Seven of Cups. Someone's confused. But also because you're confused, usually with the Moon, you're not seeing things clearly. You're not seeing the whole situation. So for some of you, it could be that you're really emotional right now. Maybe because of something you just found out. Maybe something your partner shared. Or maybe it's something you shared with them. With the Moon, you're only seeing half the story. You're only seeing half the story. And it could be, again, no clarity. This is keeping you in a place where you just feel stuck. So the Hangman, this even ties in with the Ten of Swords. You may feel stuck in a really kind of painful place right now for the sign of Cancer. You may feel like you're in limbo. This card also ties in with the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like something's going on with the sign of Cancer where you feel like you don't have the stability that you need. Usually the sign of Cancer, you crave security. You like things to be a sure thing. And I feel like there's something going on where you don't feel very safe right now. You feel like there's too many question marks around your love life. You feel like, you know, everything's kind of upside down. And, you know, there's no security here with the Two of Pentacles. There's too many what ifs, too many question marks. But again, you have the Magician telling you that you have the power to change this. The Magician is just here to remind you that you're not powerless against all of this. You're not powerless against this toxic energy from the Devil, which could represent so many different things, whether it's someone just being really negative in a relationship, someone that has maybe some really negative behavior patterns, addictions, maybe it's someone that constantly lies to you, cheats on you, or just has a negative lifestyle, someone that keeps breaking your heart, or this energy from the Five of Wands, this struggle, this fight that never seems to end. The Magician is saying, like, you're actually more powerful than you think. Like, you're allowing this to happen, but you can also decide to say no more. And that is where this energy from the Ten of Swords comes in. This is definitely the energy of, like, no more. I'm done. I've did my time of crying, of blaming myself, of being down. Now I'm going to move on. But I feel like for some of you, you know, when it comes to moving on, you may have a lot of fears. Like maybe what comes next with the Nine of Swords. Imagine maybe that you won't, you know, find love again. This is just imagining the worst. And this could be keeping you, you know, stuck. This could be keeping you in limbo, deciding to not move on. Remember, the main energies were the Ace of Pentacles, unexpected love, unexpected blessings, unexpected new beginnings, but also the Knight of Cups. This is movement in your love life, positive movement, possibly, you know, kind of a knight in shining armor energy. Somebody coming in to romance you, you know, maybe offering you a relationship, marriage. It's just an energy of like new beginnings. So I feel like, you know, there is some challenging energy around the sign of Cancer. I mean, I definitely, you know, I see some weird energy here with the Devil and the Three of Swords, but there's also so many new beginnings. And again, the Magician is telling you that all of this, no matter what it is, all of this is completely in your hands as far as what decisions you're going to make. Okay, Cancer, this has been your love reading for May 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.